Hi guys, in this lecture we are going to explain different life cycle. Okay, so life cycle we can split into three parts. One is mounting life cycle, second is updating life cycle, and third is unmounting life cycle. Okay, so in mounting life cycle there are three life cycle very important: constructor, component will mount, render, and component did mount. So these are the mounting life cycle. Okay, in this component will mount is already depreciated. We are not using so now. Now constructor, render, component did mount are the mounting life cycle. Okay. Now if you are updating the state using props or state, so it will be calling like component will receive props, should component update, component will update, render, and component did update. Okay. In this component will update it depreciated. We are not using also component will receive props also depreciated. Now if you are changing any state, okay, so previously we have discussed the props change. Now if you are changing any state, okay, then should component update, then component will update, render, component did update. These are the life cycle. Okay, at last unmounting life cycle. When the component is mounting from the DOM, we will be calling component will unmount. Okay. Now I am going to explain this all important life cycle using an example. For that one, I have created a React.js application. Okay, and I removed all the code from app.js file. Okay. Now if I try to refresh, I can see the project is running on localhost 3000. So here what I am going to do here, I am going to create a component. So inside src folder I am going to create a component view text.js. Okay, view text.js. Okay, here we are going to declare a class component. As we are using lifecycle, we have to declare a class component. Okay, lifecycle always used with a class component. Now if you are using hook, the component should be functional component. Okay, functional component. So as I am explaining about lifecycle, my component should be class component. So I am declaring a class component here. So firstly I have to import react from react. Okay, now what I am going to do, I am going to declare the class here, export default class view text extend component. Okay, so I didn't declare component here. I can declare here component, sorry, yeah, let's clear this one, and I am going to declare here a render function first. Okay, so firstly I'm going to declare a render function. Inside our render I'm going to return some jsx. Okay, just jsx I am returning here div. Okay, and inside that div I am adding some text so that we can test the UI. Okay, now if I refresh, yes, nothing is visible because I didn't use view.text in app.js file. So I'm going to import that here, import view text from view text here, view text. Okay, now try to refresh. Let's see, the component is mounted. I can see the UI here, right? Whatever I am added in div I can see here. Now what I am going to do, I am going to describe the mounting life cycles. Okay, so there should be constructor and then render, then component did mount. So I am going to declare this life cycle. I am not using component will mount because it's already depreciated. Okay, just I am going to declare the constructor here, constructor props super props. Okay, now I am adding a console inside the constructor, console log. So I am just indicating that this is my constructor. Clear? Now what I am going to do, the next lifecycle is component did mount. So if you look into the suggestion, you can see component will mount is already depreciated. React depreciated lifecycle. Okay, this is already depreciated. We are not using it. Component will mount. Okay, also component will receive props. Unsafe component will mount, unsafe component will receive props, unsafe component will update. These all life cycles are depreciated, and React.js is not supporting that life cycle to be used. Okay, So I'm just declaring component did mount here, console.log. Yes. Also, I am adding a console inside render so that I can check all my lifecycle on mounting. Okay. Now, according to our theory, the mounting lifecycle should be initially it should call constructor and then render, then component did mount. So we can check our example. Okay. Now already it's coming. If I try to refresh, yes, it's rendered as we seen in the picture, right? Firstly constructor is called, then render is called, then component did mount is called. So this life cycle are used to manage the data inside a component. Okay, so according to our requirement we will use this life cycle. So most of the time all the APIs are called in component did mount. Okay, now what I am going to do, I am going to describe the updating lifecycle. Here I am not using props, I am using state. So we can use should component update and render and component did update. Component will update is already depreciated. We are not using that one. Okay. So what I am going to do here, I am going to declare a state count equal to 1 and I am just adding that in div. Okay. Now I can just add that value here, this state dot count. Okay, now I am just adding a button here, increment. Okay, inside this button I am just incrementing the value using on click. Okay, and just this dot set state. I can use previous state also, but for the simplicity I'm just using the count value itself. This dot state count plus 1. Okay, I can declare this using previous state also, but I'm just using the for simplicity just count this dot state count directly. Okay, now if I try to refresh, let's see what's happening. Yes, the constructor is called, render is called, component did mount is called. Now I have to add the updating life cycle. So first updating cycle is should component update, right? Should component update. So inside should component update, we should always need to return a boolean. So I'm just returning true for now. Okay, we can discuss why we are using true there, why we are need to use false later. Okay, and the last one is component did update. So this life cycle will call whenever there is a props change or there is a state change. So I'm just adding console.log component did update. Okay, added a console here. We can check the console now. Okay, clear all the console and refresh. Yes, the life cycle is called, constructor is called, render is called, component did mount is called, means mounting life cycle are called. Now I am going to change the state. Okay, change the state, which is the value is 1. So if I try to increment, okay, if I try to increment, I can see the life cycle is rendering, updating life cycle rendering. Okay, I can also add should component update here. Okay, also I'm just printing the value here, this state dot count. Okay, now if I try to refresh, I can see the already mounting life cycle is calling fine. Okay, we have cleared it. Now if I try to increment, yes, should component update is called, then render, then component did update. So when a state change, there is a should component update, there is a render, then the component did mount is called. Okay, now I'm just incrementing the value whenever there is a state change. It first called should component update, then render, then component did update. After render, it will always called component did mount. Okay, now I am going to explain some more thing about should component update. Okay, so inside this I am putting one more condition, that if this state dot count is greater than 5, is greater than 5, I don't want to render again. Okay, if the value of count is greater than 5, okay, I don't want to render that again. Okay, I don't want to render it again. So let's check what's happening. Now I refresh, mounting life cycle is called, constructor is called, render is called, component did mount is called. Now if I try to increment, yes, it's incrementing. One is, so when one is updated, should component update is called, render is updated called, component did mount is also called. Now if I try to keep increment, okay, the value is now 5. Now the trick is going to come. Okay, now the trick is going to come. If I try to increment again, see, the value is not re-rendering because I have put a condition here. If this state dot count is greater than 5, I don't want to re-render. I don't want to re-render. So this is the decision making component. Whether we want to re-render the component, we will take decision from should component update. We will put conditions here whether we want to re-render. As my count value is increasing greater than 5, I put a return false, so it will not, the upcoming life cycle will not execute again. It will not call render and component in mount. So all the logic we will put here, whether we want to re-render the component or whether we want to stop the rendering. Okay, so here I put a condition: if the counter value is going greater than 5, I don't want to render. So I can see it here, right? So if I try to refresh, the constructor is called, render is called, component did mount is called. Now if I try to increment the value, so 1 is coming, 2 is fine, 3 is fine, 4 is fine, 5 is fine, 6 is fine. Okay, now the value is greater than 5. If I try to increment again, it returns false. I don't want to render. This return false means you don't want to return again. Don't render again. Clear? So this is should component update. Okay. Now if I try to increment any value greater than 5 or greater than 6, it will not re-render the component again. See, value is incrementing, but it is not re-rendering. So that is the importance of should component update. Okay. Now I am going to discuss about the last life cycle, that is component will unmount. Here what I am going to do is just I am going to declare a use state here. Okay, import use state from React. Okay, inside here I can declare const visible set visible. Okay, here I am passing the value false initially. Okay, I don't want to visible false initially. Okay, I added the value false initially, then I'm just adding a button hide or true. According to this value we can just show hide or show. Okay, if the visible is true, then it should show hide, otherwise it should show. Okay, here I am also putting another condition: if visible only true, then only we need to show view more text, otherwise null. Okay, in the button on click I am changing the condition on click. Okay, on click we should set the state set visible equal to opposite of current value. So I'm just adding not visible. Okay, now if I try to refresh, it show. Okay, now all the life cycle is added. Constructor is coming, render is coming, component did mount is coming. If I change any value in the component, see, should component update is called, render is called, component did update is called. Now see, if I try to hide this component, that means I am removing this component from the mount. Okay, if I try to remove this component, see, I can see the component will unmount is called. I didn't added it. Let's add that one too. Okay, component will unmount. Sorry for that one, I didn't added it previously. Let's add it. Okay, now if I try to execute, let's see, the component will unmount is calling. Okay, initially nothing is calling because I didn't the component is not mounted into the DOM. Let's view more. Constructor is called, render is called, component did mount is called. Now if I try to increment, okay, should component update is called, then render is called, component did update is called. Now I am going to hide this component, I am going to unmount this component. Okay, so it should call component will unmount, which is the unmounting life cycle. Okay, let's unmount this component. Yes, component will unmount is called. Now if I try to do once more, all the constructor, all the life cycle will execute once more. Constructor is called, render is called, component did mount is called. Then if I try to do unmount this one, component will unmount is called. So these are all the important life cycle which will be using for explaining use effect. So you have to understand all the life cycle. Try to do this simple example by yourself. Okay. So we can jump into the next lecture.